All right, so everybody's down in their child's pose. And if you're not in your child's pose, come on down to the child's pose. The knees can be hip width apart or even wider, or they can be closer together. Those are all the choices in a child's pose. The arms extend out nice and long on the mat. You can have them really extended out where the palms press into the mat and you're pushing your hips back to your heels. That's more of a, like, you're kind of working in your child's pose. You're trying to draw the belly back to the spinal cord. You have to kind of fold it in, pull it in so that you can rest your chest or your ribs on the knees, if that is available to you. Again, if you have a block, you can use a block to put your forehead on so that you can just kind of relax everything. And just, I like to rock a little bit side to side. Breathe into it, close your eyes. We're gonna start in a child's pose and center yourself and take these nice, deep, long breaths. I'm suggesting to take them at a count of 6, and I will start that for you so that you can just breathe along with me. Take an inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Pause right there. And all I want you to do is just roll up, letting your hands drag onto the mat as you just really have that chin to the chest as you roll up. And then you sit up and you draw the shoulders back and have the arms alongside of you and lengthen the neck up to the ceiling. Lengthen the neck up to the ceiling. Now you're going to take a breath in and raise the arms up to the ceiling. Look up there if you can. Palms are nice and facing each other. The fingertips stretch back, stretch open, and then draw the arms down to the side. We're going to do 2 more of those. So inhale as you raise up, look up. Exhale, raise down, lower the arms. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, draw the arms down. Here we go. 3rd set. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Let's
Come
roll.
do yoga for your PE class. Yeah, in my bedroom.
Let's roll the shoulders
Okay,
back.
yeah, I just started. Bye.
I gotta see somebody's speaker is on. So I'm gonna pause 1 second to make sure that people have muted themselves. Steve usually jumps on and he's kind of my host helping me. That's my husband. Hold on, people. We're gonna get right there. All right, so you're on your knees still. Beautiful. Facing for, you can face anyway on your mat so you can see me. So we're just gonna roll the arms, palms up, and then roll them down. Thumb points down to the mat. Roll on up. Really try to turn so the palms face up, and then slowly roll. The thumb points down to the mat. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, roll the arms up. Exhale, roll down. Hold that belly in. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll on down. Beautiful. Draw the arms down to the side. Just holding the arms up is a lot, right? So right hand fingertips are kind of on the side. Again, if you have a block, you can use the block. Raise that left arm up to the ceiling, and I just want you to fold over to the right side. You're bending that right elbow. Left arm is nice and long. If you bend it, that's fine, but extend that left arm and you'll feel that stretch all the way from the left hip, all the way along the arm, the armpit, and then release nice and long with that arm. And then you can put the block on the left side, or if you can touch all the way down to the mat, go for it. Here we go. Inhale with that right arm up, and then fold over to the left side. Think about that right side getting nice and long, but you're pulling that right hip towards the mat. And then exhale, we're going to do a second set. Inhale, left arm up. Fold on over. Pause there. Lengthen the head. And then exhale or inhale, arm down. Left side, right arm extends up to the ceiling and fold on over. Think of your head being pressed back to the wall or on a board in the back. We don't want the neck curling down. Although I'm going to add a twist in this after, so we're going to do a third set. Draw that right arm back down to the mat. Beautiful. Here we go. Right hand on the mat, left arm up. And now as you fold over, I want you to look down at the right hand, twisting just the thoracic. And then now look up at the ceiling. You can open up that arm a little bit. Here we go, second set. Look down, little twist in the thoracic, and then roll up. And then press off the mat with the right hand. Left hand comes down. Here we go, right arm up to the ceiling. Fold it over a little bit. Lateral side bend. And now look down at that left hand. And then open up and look at the ceiling. Open up the hand, the arm. Curl again, looking down at the left hand. And draw back up. We'll do a third set because it feels like I want to on this side. And then reach back up. And then right arm comes back down to the mat. Let's roll our shoulders back. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're doing 6. And now pause a moment. I want you to make sure when you're sitting like this, squeeze your legs together. Roll the shoulders forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. And now just do a couple neck rolls. So we'll go chin to chest. Roll over to the right side. Roll back. Roll to the left side and back down to center. Second set, roll over to the right and back to the left and center. We're going to do it the opposite way. So chin to chest, roll over to the left and come back with the head over to the right and back to center. Roll over to the left and back to the right and center. Beautiful. And now raise the head up. Think about your crown of the head getting nice and tall to the ceiling, right? So if you just stop a moment and don't engage in anything and let everything go and be kind of schlumpy, in your seated pose here. And then sit up now a little bit taller, the shoulders roll back, squeeze those legs together, and then just think about the shoulders drawing down the back, right? You're using the scapula in the back to draw the shoulders, and then the head tries to move up. You actually can get like 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch of extension in that neck when you think about the crown of your head drawing up. So do that if you're standing in front of your sink or maybe you're brushing your teeth. Just try to, get a little bit more space in there. All right, let's come to all fours and the hands on the mat, the knees behind you, and we're gonna curl the toes under and do our first downward dog. Whoa, having the knees bent like that. Ugh. Bicycle in your downward dog. Bicycle. So I'm showing you what you can do with props, with blocks, if you have challenging downward dog. You place the palms on the blocks in front of you. A little bit of your palm is hanging off the edge of the block. This way you can actually get your heels down closer to the mat if you have tightness in the calf and the hamstrings. So bicycling, coming up onto those right toes, pressing the left into the mat. Feel the stretch in that left side hip. And now release. Right foot goes down, left foot comes up. This is bicycling. Back and forth. Take your time. Get some extension and flexion in that ankle, the toes, the foot. Want to make sure that we're really engaging all our little toes, big toe, and the palms just are nice and relaxed. You're in an upside down V or the letter A. Shake it out. Beautiful. Now walk the hands back to the feet. And if your knees bend, that's no problem. Fold over. This is actually a yoga pose. Forward bend. Stay here for a second. Breathe into it. And now we're going to roll up. Press the feet into the mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The last thing to come up is your head. Ooh, we're gonna take the hands out to the side, the palms face forward, and you're gonna inhale with the arms together up to the ceiling. And then exhale, come down with the arms. Inhale, raise up to the ceiling. And now pause a minute, take the right hand, grab that left wrist, and we're gonna fold to our right. Feet come together if you want them. Squeeze the butt. And then release back up to center. Grab that right wrist with the left hand. Fold over. Pause there. Squeeze the legs together. Squeeze the butt. Stretch and lengthen. Ooh. And then back up to center. And now we're going to roll on down one vertebrae at a time. Chin to chest, arms, wrist bend, and start to roll down. Draw the belly back as you roll down. Bend those knees. We're going to do these little sun salutations. Walk the hands out into your downward dog. Pause a moment there. Stretch it out. Take a breath into a plank pose. Breath out to a push-up. You're coming down toward your mat. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Look in between the hands, step or hop in between the hands. You're coming forward onto your mat. Both feet are touching each other. And now slowly roll on up. Take your time. It's kind of the count of 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing nice and tall on your mat, mountain pose. Inhale with a breath, with the arms come up to the ceiling. And now exhale and roll on down any which way you want to, flat back or curling. Step back with the left leg and then the right leg into downward dog. Shake it out, pause in downward dog. Here we go, Chaturanga. Take a deep breath into a plank pose. Exhale, down to a push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Everybody has their own Chaturanga. No one is better than the other. Walk the hands back to the feet and slowly roll on up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause in standing. Take a breath in, raise the arms up to the ceiling, and then roll on down. Walk the hands out to your downward dog. Pause in the downward dog. Roll the shoulders out. Here we go. Inhale to a plank pose. Exhale, draw down into that push-up. Inhale, come on up. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Look in between the hands, step or hop. Fold on over. And now roll on up. Count at 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do 3 more of these. This is warming up the entire body. So you're standing in mountain pose. Again, inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, if you want to do flat back. Drop the head and hands down to the mat. Now this time, step back with the right foot first, and then the left foot into downward dog. Pause a moment. Find your dog. And here we go. Inhale to a plank. Exhale to a push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Walk the hands back to the feet. Press into the mat with the feet as you roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Use the legs to roll yourself up. This is our last set, sun salutations. When I took teacher training, we had to do 103 in a row of these. It's a lot, and you get really lightheaded and squirrely, but it's a pretty good high. Natural high. Mountain pose. Here we go. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, chin to chest. Roll on down. Pause in your fold over. Feel the stretch in the back of the leg. The head drops down. And now walk the hands out onto the mat. Pause in downward dog. And here we go. Inhale to a plank. Exhale to a push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Look in between the hands. Step or hop in between the hands. Fold on over. And now roll up 1 vertebra at a time. pressing the feet into the mat. The head and the arms are the last thing to come on up. All right. We survived 6 of those, which is good. Next thing we're going to do is a chair pose. So you're standing up nice and tall on your mat, and you're just going to squat down depending on how low you want to go. Squat down, you kind of brush the hands, fingertips onto the mat. If you can't go that low, not a problem. You squeeze those knees together, draw the arms up, and then you can either keep the arms there or you can draw them alongside of you like cactus. But you're squeezing the knees together, you're sticking the booty out. This is chair pose. Hold it, hold it. 5, you should be really balanced on the feet. Not forward and not backward. Nice even balance. 2, and then 1, and really stretch back up to standing. Arms come down to the side. We're going to do a second set of that. Here we go. Squat down. Draw the fingertips onto the mat a little bit, and then really stretch them up. And really sit back. If you want to bring them down to cactus, go right ahead. And really just hold it there in the chair pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend up to standing. Arms reach up to the ceiling. And now draw them down to the sides. We're going to add a twist into the chair pose. All right, so the twist is palms together, left elbow out to the outside. We'll go to the right side first, all right? So here we go. Squat on down, little bit, draw the hands up, and now draw them in front of you, the palms in front of you, and then you're gonna twist to the right. If that left elbow can be on the outside, go for it. Press the palms together. Lengthen the head. Twist, seated twist, chair pose. Back to center. And then twist over to the left. Right arm goes on the outside of that left knee. Press the palms together. You're looking beyond your left elbow. Come back to center. And then fold over, pause a moment there, open up the feet hip width apart. Shake it out a little bit. We're going to do flat back from here. So I just want you to raise up, the hands go right above the knees and press the butt back, draw the shoulders back. This is called flat back. I'm showing you like the top 10 yoga poses. And again, if you can't get the legs straight, it's okay to have them bent. Do what you can do and release back to a fold over. Do what you can do. If you're here, that's the first start. And then raise back up into flat back. Arms are extended, the hands are right above those knees, and you're just kind of pushing the hands into those upper thighs above the kneecap and pushing the hips back. Draw the shoulders back. And then roll back down. Bend those knees and now press into the mat with the legs and roll on up. Standing pose. We're going to do a tree pose here and hold it for 1 moment. All right. So I like to start with my right foot forward, the left foot back. I'm going to show you the tree pose can be either down here where the toe and the foot is up by the ankle. It can be here, up by the knee, or if you have flexibility to bring it all the way up here, go for it. All right. The hands can be out to the sides, in front of you in prayer, up to the ceiling, wherever you feel comfortable in your balancing pose. We're all going to hold it for 1 moment. So right leg, take your time, and begin. And release, left leg comes off, shake that right leg out. So one of the tips on balancing is you really have to concentrate. It's not so much about like having the strength, it's having the mind to just stop everything and stay in your balancing position. All right, so I find it where I have to kind of gaze at something a little bit beyond my mat in front of me, where I can focus on a little speck on the rug. So we have to do the left side for 1 minute. Left side, left foot is forward. And now take your time and begin. Draw that right leg up or just lift it off the floor, off your mat. And release. Shake out that standing leg. We're going to do a second set of a balancing pose. And here's your choice. There's, it's called Lord of the Dance. So the choice is, you're going to, I'm trying to figure out which way to show this to you. You are either going to lift up that right leg and you're just gonna hold the foot behind you if that's available to you. All right, so other people who wanna do Lord of the Dance is you put the left hand out in front of you and you lean forward with that torso extending the right leg behind you. The whole thing about this puppy is you got to just kind of find your left fingertips and really reach. All right, we're gonna like I said, if you can't do that, just hold on to the foot and balance. This is a good quadricep stretch also. All right, so we're gonna be on that left leg first, and we're gonna be on the right leg. I'm sorry. So you're gonna be on the right leg, and we're probably only gonna do 40 seconds instead of 60, all right? So find your balance, and here we go. Take your time and begin. Right arm out in front. Grab the inside of that left foot. And take your time to press into that hand with the foot that's in the air. And and come out, release. Shake it out a little bit. And now we are going to be on the left leg. Just 40 seconds. Just try it. So one thing about yoga and Pilates, it's just kind of stretching your mind and trying things that you maybe don't do at all. So find your balance and begin lifting that right foot behind you. Left arm extends out, and then you start to tilt a little bit as you press that right leg into the right arm. Hold it and release. Shake it out. Stretch a little bit, the arms up to the ceiling. Ooh, all right. We're just gonna do our basic little triangle, but this time we'll start with the left leg forward, right leg turns out. That left heel is in the center of the right foot. The right foot is turned out, all right? Arms are nice and long. Open them up, look at them. Look at the fingertips, see where your arms are. And now look at that left hand and start to stretch with that left hand forward until it can't anymore. And either place the hand on the shin, ankle, above the knee, whatever's available to you. Again, I'm using a prop, a block, where I can just really gently place my hand on the block. Try not to squeeze the block. Sometimes people use the block as like they're holding on. You don't want to grip it. You just want to hang out in your triangle. Try to twist your chest up to the ceiling. The feet are firmly planted into the mat. Maybe you put a little pressure to the outside of that right foot. As you just gently look up at the ceiling, you can look forward with the head, or you can look down at your body. And are your legs engaged? Are we opening up that chest, twisting on the thoracic 12, T12? Very nice. And now pinwheel the right hand down to the mat, bend that left knee, runner stretch left side. So you're gonna bend the left knee, right foot is off, the heel is off the mat, the hands are on either side of that left knee, excuse me. Again, I'm showing you how I use the blocks. You have a nice 90-degree with that left knee, left foot. Runner stretch. Ugh, love this pose. Low lunge is what they call it also. Drop that right knee down to the mat, uncurl the toes, and then just raise the arms up to the ceiling. Look up at the ceiling. Stretch up there. Now shift the hips a little forward. Draw the shoulders down. Get that nice stretch. And then beautiful. Raise back with the arms back to the mat, either on the mat or on your blocks. And now curl the right toes under, and then pick up that left leg and bring it back to the right leg in downward dog. Breathe in the downward dog. Very nice. Walk the hands back to the feet. Slowly roll on up. Standing pose. Step forward with that right foot. Left foot turns out. You're going to do triangle on the right side. Right foot forward, left foot turns out. Again, the right heel is in the center of that left leg. Arms are nice and wide. and they're not back behind you, they're in your peripheral. And now look at the right fingertips and start to guide with the right fingertips until as far as it can go, and then place the hand on the shin, the ankle, wherever you feel comfortable in your triangle. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling. You maybe are looking up at the ceiling because you're trying to twist the chest up to the ceiling. Or you look forward, or you look down at your body, your feet. Really reach, stretch, feel that triangle. Very nice. And now, pinwheel, left hand comes down to the mat, right hand comes down to the mat, and you're gonna do that low lunge on the right side. So the left foot and right foot are both pointed forward. Left heel is off the mat. The right foot is pushing into the mat. Engage that hamstring on the right side. Be nice and long with the spine. Nice and long with the spine. Slowly drop that left knee down to the mat. Uncurl the toes. And then you're just going to draw the arms up to the ceiling, pressing that right foot into the mat. Hold it up there, and then hinge a little bit forward with the hips. Really use that right leg to press into the mat. That's your stabilizer. Breathe into it. And now release. The arms come nice and long down to back to the mat. And then curl the left toe under, and now kick that right leg back to downward dog. Walk the hands back to the feet. Slowly bend those knees a little bit and roll up to standing. All right, we're gonna come in a wide leg pose here. So the feet are wide on the mat. Some people like to have their heels further out than their toes. It really opens up the pelvis and the back. Your choice, but see how far you can get your feet apart. The hands go back behind your vertebrae. The thumbs are on either side. You're massaging a little bit that lower back with the hands, with the thumbs, I'm sorry. Squeezing your sides, saying, uh-oh, it's bathing suit weather. I gotta pull this stuff in. So here we go. We're gonna just do a nice little easy forward bend. So you're looking forward, shoulders are back, those elbows are kind of pressing back together. And all I want you to do is slowly come forward with the torso, the hips press back. The hips press back. Try to hold it there, and then now just take it a little bit deeper with the pelvis. See how you can kind of open up the pelvis, the hip area, by really just, it's a subtle opening of the back. And now take the hands down to the mat. You can either be on a block if you can't get all the way down, or maybe you're on your fingertips, but I want your palms, if it's possible, to be onto the mat. And then drop the head down as far as it can go. Turn the hands the opposite way and try to walk them in between your legs. Again, if you bend the knees, that's cool, not a problem. But I just want you to feel that stretch of both arms going in between the legs the opposite way. So you try to walk those fingertips, dropping the head down, stretching those arms, and then slowly walk the hands back. Pause a moment, your feet are apart still, and you kind of have a flat back here. And now you're going to walk both hands over to the left foot. So you're going to walk both hands over to that left foot. It's okay if the knees are bent. See if you can grab the top of the foot with both hands, and then drop your head into the right arm, like a little hammock, and just feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Maybe your knees are bent, maybe they're straight. And then release in that nice half moon. Walk the fingers back to center, pause a moment in center, and now you've got to go say hello to the right foot. Walk the hands over to the right foot, grab the top of the foot with both hands, and then take the head and drop it into that left arm. Breathe into it. Very nice. And then walk the hands back to the center. And now you're going to come bend the knees and come down to the mat as you sit with your legs out in front of you and you sit up nice and tall. Again, if you need a little bit of elevation underneath your hips to sit up tall, because people have very tight lower back and hamstrings, so they can't sit up tall, their knees are bent. So fold your mat over a couple times, or use a block or a towel. Many different ways to do this. Your feet are out in front of you. I just want you to bend the right knee and place the foot kind of along, right around where the left knee is. And you're just going to twist to the right. The right hand goes behind you. Left arm goes to the outside of that right knee. Just a nice, easy seated twist. Flex the left foot. Think of your right hand as like a nice little easel to hold that spine up. And now release. And release the right leg down. And now bend that left knee. Place the foot by the right knee. And if it can come any closer, that's super. And you're just going to twist, left hand behind you. Right arm goes over to the outside of that left knee, if it's available to you. And just twist, sit up tall, flex that right foot. You're turning, you're trying to look beyond your left shoulder with your head. Nice. And then come back, release. We're going to open up our legs to a wide V. We were just there standing, so you should be warmed up a little bit, but again, these are challenging stretches if you haven't done them in a long time. So the feet are out in a V, the toes are pointed up to the ceiling. We're going to start with the right side. So you're going to have your right hand on that top of the right leg, and you're going to lift the left arm over, up and over, nice and long, and you're just doing a side bend over to the right side. Feet are nice and flexed, legs are long. Try not to hike that left hip up off the mat. Breathe into it. And now release. Left arm extends nice and long onto that left leg. Right arm reaches up to the ceiling, side bend over to the left side. Again, if your knees are bent or if your legs are closer in together, not a problem. Flex the feet, lengthen, side bend. Nice. And then release, come back up to center. Draw the knees in, bending the knees, and you're going to draw your feet in together, butterfly. So your feet are touching each other. The knees are opened up to the sides. You may grab both feet and flop a little bit with the knees back and forth. It's called butterfly. You try to sit up nice and tall. It's a really nice, lovely little pose. If it's hard to get the feet close to you, it's okay. You can have them out in front of you. Grab your ankles if you can't grab your feet. You sit up really tall. You pull those shoulders back. All right, release, knees together. We're going to do a camel pose. Camel is really fun. You come up onto your knees, and you're going to, we're going to do one arm at a time in the camel, unless you can do both arms back behind you in camel. So you're going to curl the right toes under, and you're just going to kind of reach back, find that right heel with your fingertips. You should be able to touch. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Push the hips forward. Push the hips forward. Either the neck draws back, the head draws back, or you can look forward with the head. Your choice. And then slowly come on back up, holding the belly a little bit, lower it back, uncurl the right toes, curl the left toes under, reach back with that left hand, touching your heel, reach up with the right arm, camel, one side, push those hips forward, squeeze the bum. And then release. We'll do a second set on each side, but if you can do double, go for it. So you can curl both toes under and then reach back with both hands to the heels and push the hips forward. And now release. Come on back up. And let's come down to the mat, onto your back. Opposite stretch. You are arching your back. Now you're going to lay on the back. Your feet are hip width apart. And I want you to do some knee sways. So you're going to drop the knees to the right. And then bring them back up to center. Drop them over to the left. Bring them back up to center, over to the right, and back to center, and to the left, and back to center. Draw the right knee and then the left knee into the chest. Grab your knees and rock side to side, rolling out that lower back. Nice. We're going to do rolling like a ball. So you get a little momentum and you roll up into a seated pose. If your feet can stay off the floor, that's super great. We're going to do 5 more. Roll back to the shoulders and roll on up. Roll back 3 and come on up. Roll back 4. And come on up. You got to use your belly. Roll back 5 and come on up. 1 more. Roll back and then come on up. Hold it there. Feet are on the mat now. Knees are bent. We're going to do a boat pulling pose. Draw the right leg up, left leg up. Balance on your sits bones. Draw the legs straight out or keep them bent. And really draw the belly back. You're just in a nice 90-degree, but you're curling the belly back, holding it on the sits bones. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg comes down, right leg comes down. Extend the legs out in front and just fold forward. I like to flex my feet when I fold forward. That way I get a little bit more extension in those hamstrings. Second set, boat pulling pose. Knees are bent, feet are on the mat. You're gonna tilt back a little bit, draw the right leg up, and now left leg up. Have the knees and ankles touch each other, pull the belly back, and now if you can take your hands away from the knees, that's super. If not, you can keep them right below the knees. Hold it there. We're just gonna balance 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't collapse. Left leg comes down, right leg comes down, and extend the legs out. I hope you felt that in the abs because I did. Woo! Goodness gracious, Ignatius. Fold forward. Nice. All right, we're gonna do a little side plank. So turn to your right side, and you're gonna have your right hand onto the mat. Your right butt is on the mat. The knees are bent, but the feet are in line with each other on the side. So right foot is forward, the left foot is back, and we're just gonna raise the arm up to the ceiling, or you can have it on your hip. We're just gonna do these little side hip dips is what they call them. I don't know what to do with my arm. I think I'll just, I'll have it out to the side, and I'll inhale, exhale, press up, and then back down, sit down, press up 2, and back down, press up 3, and back down, press up 4, and back down. Switch sides. Just draw the legs in front of you, bring them over to the left side. Left arm is out in front of you. You're on that left hip. Again, your left foot is forward, the right foot is behind you. Your knees are not so bent. They're they're bent, but not like 90 degree. Again, the arm out to the side, the right arm felt good to me because I need a little momentum to get these hips off the mat. Goodness gracious. Here we go. Inhale, exhale up, and then down. Up 2, and then down. Up 3, and down. Up 4, and down. Switch to the right side. We're going to add a twist in there. Again, right foot is forward, left foot is in line behind it. Right arm is nice and strong into the mat. Your hand is out to the side. We're going to add like a thread the needle. So here we go. Inhale, exhale, up, thread the needle, twist a little bit, and back up, down. Press up, thread the needle, back up with your arm, and then hips down. Inhale, exhale, up, thread the needle, up with the arm, and back down. Here's our last one. Press up, thread the needle, back up, hips down. All right, here we go. Left side, we have to do that. Left hand out, left leg forward, right leg lined up behind it. Arm out to the side, inhale, exhale up, twist, back up with the arm, hips down. Exhale, up, twist, back up with the arm, and down. Side blank twist, up with the hips, thread the needle, back up with the arm, and down. Here's our last one. You can do it. Up, twist, back down, and hips down. Whoo. Get some cardio going here, huh? All right, we're gonna do opposite arm and leg. So you're gonna be on all fours. Palms right below those shoulders, the knees right below the hips. I want you to think about the neck being nice and long, not curled, nice and long with the neck. Now just engage the belly a little bit. Draw the belly back. And now you're going to lift that right leg behind you. Left arm up. Left hand comes down. Right knee comes down. Switching, but don't tilt or anything. Left leg back. Right arm up. Right arm down. Left knee down. Here we go. Right leg back. Left arm up. Slowly open up the left arm to the side and draw back. Are you engaging your belly? Slowly to the left side with the arm and back to the front. 2 more. Slowly to the right, left and back out, forward and slowly out and forward. Bring that left hand down, right leg down. Left side, left leg out, right arm up. Open up the right arm to the side, draw it back. Open up to the side and draw back. Open up to the side and draw back. Last one, open up to the side and draw back. Right hand down, left knee down. Slide back into child's pose. 1 second, because I've got a couple more things to do before class ends. Come back up. We're going to do little crunches with our knee to our elbow underneath. So right leg goes back, left arm extends out. Take your time to draw the knee and the elbow underneath you. Make a hump, a black cat, and extend back out. 1. We're doing 6. In, extend out. 2. Draw in, extend out. 3. Draw in, extend out. 4. Draw in. The slower you go, the more you're going to get it. Draw in and extend. Last one here, 6. And extend back out. Hand comes down, knee comes down. We got to go right to the left side. Left leg back, right arm forward. Here we go. Draw in with the knee and the elbow, and then extend back out long. Draw in. 2. Extend out long. Draw in. 3. Extend out long. Really crunch those abs when you bring it in. 4. In. 5. In. 6. Hand comes down. Knee comes down. Open up the knees nice and wide. The toes touch behind you. Slide back into child's pose. All right, beautiful. Back up to all fours. We're just gonna go a few more minutes, and you're gonna extend that right leg out behind you, and all I want is tiny little circles with the leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knee comes down. Left leg extends out. Little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend that leg when you're circling. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the knee down. Slide back into child's pose. Pause a moment there. Or you can be on your knees, whatever feels good to you. We're going to go into Shavasana now. So we'll come onto our butts and have feet are forward. You're going to take the glutes, the butt off, the junk off the trunk, as some people know me to say that. 𝐵𝐫𝐚𝐜𝐿𝐿 Pretzel used to say that. The feet are nice and flexed. You have a nice tall spine. You're going to draw the arms up to the ceiling, and then you're just going to fold forward. Nice and easy. Flex the feet. Lead with your heart if you want to, or you can just curl it all down if that feels good. I like to try to lead with my heart, my nose, trying to reach to my toes. That way I'm really kind of getting that, I'm pressing my legs into the mat and really trying to get that lengthening my calf, my hamstrings, my latissimus dorsi, which is this whole back area of the mid back that is, part of the trunk, part of your strength of abdominal work. And then come on up and slowly take your time to roll back down to your mat. Nice and easy, nice and slow. We're going to go to Shavasana, corpse pose. If you want to put anything underneath your knees, a pillow, blanket, your choice. Legs are apart a little bit. The arms are just palms face up to the ceiling. Find your back body on your mat and just relax. I'm going to walk you through a little bit of a meditation. I want you to just really think about your breath flowing like a waterfall. Visualize your last waterfall that you saw. Maybe it was in Hawaii, maybe it was in up in Yosemite, maybe it was some national park or somewhere where maybe it was on TV, I don't know. Big, beautiful waterfall. And the waterfall starts at the top, which is up at the brain. And that's where your breath in the water is just swirling around up at the top. And then it starts to kind of crest over and goes through the eye sockets. In your breath, you're just having this nice, lovely in and out breath. And the water and the breath flows down through the nostrils, flows through the ears. It's now flowing down through and in and out of your mouth. Your tongue is released away from the roof of your mouth. Your jaw is relaxed. The breath flows down through the neck. Flows down through the collarbone, across the shoulders, and down the arms like a waterfall. The elbows, the forearms, out through the fingertips. Your breath flows down through your heart, your lungs, through the ribs, the diaphragm. Your breath flows down through all your vital organs, nourishing it, flowing nice and gentle through the liver, the kidneys, the stomach, the intestines, all those wonderful organs that is in the mid area. And then your breath in the water flows down through the butt, the hips, flowing down through the quadriceps and the hamstrings, the back of the leg, the front of the leg. Your breath flows down through the knees, the front of the knee, the back of the knee. Flows down through the shin and the calf. Letting everything just release. Flowing down now to the ankle, to the heel, and then out through the toes, the foot. You're at the bottom of your waterfall. Everything is just swooshing around. And your breath is just nice and gentle and ease. Wiggle your fingers and your toes to come on back. Raise the arms above the head and flex those feet. Give yourself that really long stretch with your whole body, flexing the feet, stretching the arms. And now just release, roll to the right side, bend your knees and elbows and pause on your right side in the fetal position. Hands maybe underneath the head. And now press the hands into the mat as you come up to a seated pose. Cross your legs the opposite way that you would normally cross them. Sit up nice and tall. You can either have your palms together in front of your heart, the right hand on the heart and left hand on the belly, whatever feels good to you. Maybe the hands are resting on the knees. Let's all do an inhale. Audible exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. Gratitude for the practice today that we share virtually. I still feel connected to all of you, wherever you are. It warms my heart and warms my body when I get to practice with you. So in gratitude, I want to say Namaste, which means thank you in Hindi or Sanskrit.